It's the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Now today we got another possible smoker, and what I'm referring to is EOS. And you know how I do. Let's talk. Let's hop into these charts and check it out. Now, just at first glance at EOS, we have a wedge pattern that has formed and that has broken out. It's called a falling wedge. This is what it looks like right here. Okay. Now, here on this channel, we talk about Fibonacci, different triangle patterns and channels to project breakouts and looking for breakouts in the market. Now, most people think that every altcoin is going to go crazy during this altcoin season, and especially since Bitcoin is losing its dominance over the entire market. We'll get to that in a second, but let's analyze this chart. Now, as you can see here, we were doing lower lows and we created this wedge here, okay, and we had a breakout. Again, go on Google, buy a book, go on Amazon, and learn about triangle patterns and different triangle patterns so that you can be in tune with the market and so that you'll know and be able to use that part of your brain that can pick out these patterns. You put them on the chart and then you look for an entry and an exit using the Fibonacci moving forward. Now, we've had this breakout and we've already started to have a move down. Now, this is the perfect entry. The reason why, you know the vibes, I pull out the Fibonacci. I use the Fibonacci for my entries, and I use the Fibonacci for my price targets, okay? So as you can see right here, we're heading down to the 618. So at this 618 level right here is where I will be buying in. Right here. And if you're using TradingView, you can actually turn on an indication or an alert that will let you know. There are several ways to do these alerts. One, it can make a sound on your computer, or it can send you a text message when price reaches that point. So I'm looking for an entry right here at the 618, which is around, let me move it over so I can see it, 68 cents. Okay. Now, the long-term view. I've said in previous videos, a lot of people don't like it. I really don't care, but this is law, especially in the cryptocurrency market. We always fill wicks. So if you look at every wick on this chart, here, these wicks, this wick, they've all been filled by the market. These wicks were filled right here. These wicks were filled right here. The market always returns to wicks. So if we look at the top of this chart, we have wicks. A wick right here that hasn't been filled. We have a wick right here that has not been filled. But we also use several other things to confirm what we are looking at. Number one, I always measure the previous bull run just to see the size of it. Now, we know that there's more money pouring into the cryptocurrency market because of the adoption around the world, right? So I measure it and I bring it over here to the low of this bear market just so I can have an idea. Now, it will possibly go past this. However, I know at minimum we will have a similar size bull run. So one of the best things that you can do on any market is get in on the lows. We are at the complete lows, and we all know that a lot of altcoins, hit all-time highs during altcoin season. And this is one of them. Now, one thing that you have to pay attention to, obviously, is your entry. And we've already started to break out on this one. So reaching previous highs or making a new all-time high will come later on in altcoin season. As you can see, we are down to 79 cents. And the highest that this thing has ever been was $22.54. We will return to those highs during this bull market. Now, if you don't understand what I meant by Bitcoin dominance, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And as you can see, we were in this wedge pattern. This wedge pattern is a bearish pattern. OK, as you can see, we've broken the pattern. We come back for a retest, and now we are heading down. Now, this isn't necessarily Bitcoin, but it is the dominance that Bitcoin has in the cryptocurrency market. And this gives us an indication. Anytime Bitcoin starts to lose dominance, the altcoins start to go crazy. Now, with the total market cap, in my previous videos, I project that we will be at $10 trillion during the next cryptocurrency cycle. And the way I came up with that is using the Fibonacci. I always aim for the 141. Now, the Fibonacci tells us 9.27 trillion. However, I believe that we will touch 10 and hang in and around $10 trillion. The reason for this is because of the adoption of ETFs, these larger institutions like BlackRock and several others overseas that are pouring money into the cryptocurrency market, and in addition to other countries and financial institutions implementing cryptocurrency. Now, as far as the future projection on this past $24, we needed to return to its original range or in range that we saw during the previous bull market before we can start projecting past. But as of right now, I am not looking for a $100 or a $1,000 price target because we haven't even returned to the range where we were during the last bull market. Now, for those that aren't at all familiar with EOS, this is their website. So as you can see, Web3 at the speed of experience, powering seamless experiences and real-time connections. EOS is the base for creators who move with purpose, leveraging resilience, speed, and scale to shape the future. Now, there's one thing that I want to point out in reference to their network. They have over 2,300 days without network downtime. Now, just to give you a little bit more insights, they power several networks. So as you can see here, explore the growing ecosystem of dApps and integrations that are leveraging the EOS network. EOS is home to a rapidly expanding network of projects in DeFi, GameFi, NFTs, and DAOs, and more. Start engaging with them to experience the power and ease of the use that EOS has to offer. So here are some of the applications that use the EOS network. Okay. They actually have a list of them right here. So just so you can get familiar with it before you put money into it. Now, obviously, I love chart patterns. I'm a chartist at heart. This is what I do. But at the same time, you should still understand the technology behind it. And, just see if you may be currently using an application that is supported by EOS. And it makes much more sense after that. Now, before we leave, we got to hop into the crypto bubbles. So as you can see right now, on the day, we're doing pretty good. So it's a lot more green than it was red. I know when the market's red, people get discouraged, but I always, anytime the market turns red, I dollar cost average into my main ones, Hedera, XLM, HBAR, XRP, just to name a few of some solid projects that I'm looking to, get into and stay in. Solana, of course, the big boy, Bitcoin. And I don't let what happens during the day really affect me. I look at what has been happening long term, right? So on the week, we're doing pretty good. You see my H bars going crazy. What else do we have here that I got money in? A lot of these I don't. When it comes to meme coins, I stay away from. That's not my thing really. And as you can see, a lot of the meme coins like this AI 16Z, I don't know anything about that. I try and stay away from those because they are a lot more volatile than most cryptocurrencies. But with that being said, I appreciate all my crypto goons for tapping in. Make sure you all like, comment, subscribe, and keep it locked. And again, one time for my crypto goons. Appreciate y'all. Crypto goon out.